Customer defaults. Applying customer defaults speeds up the process of entering customer information when creating new customer records. You can set default values for various fields associated with a customer, meaning you don't have to manually enter the same information repeatedly. When creating several customer records, some information, like credit limits, payment terms, VAT rates and discounts, will apply to more than one record. To save time, enter default data to automatically apply to all new records. You can still edit or amend the information entered on a record-by-record basis. Let's start by looking at how to set default trading terms for your customers. From the Settings menu, select Configuration. Customer trading terms can be applied in the Terms tab. In the Customer Trading Terms section, the credit limit value defaults to 0. Enter a value here up to 11 numeric characters, confirming the amount of money a customer can spend with you on credit. The Payment is Due section shows the default number of days allowed before payment of an invoice becomes due. The number of days defaults to 0. Enter a number of days in here, for example 30. Then choose from the options given in the drop-down to calculate the due date. If you offer your customers a discount for early payment of an invoice, enter a percentage value here, and the number of days within which the customer qualifies for the discount here. Finally, the Terms section enables you to enter a description of the terms offered. You can enter up to 30 characters of text here. For example, payment within 30 days. If required, this text can also be printed on invoices and statements. The same options are available for supplier trading terms, but we'll look at these in a separate course. Once you're happy with the customer terms entered, click OK. Further customer defaults can be applied. To do this, from the Settings menu, click Customer Defaults. Only the fields in the Record tab apply to creating new customer records. In the Defaults section, set the country that applies to most of your customers by clicking the drop-down and selecting the required country. For example, if most of your customers are in the Republic of Ireland, click Ireland. Alternatively, if most of your customers are in the UK, click United Kingdom. The default currency for your customers is the same as was selected when your company was first created. This can only be amended for your customer records if the Foreign Trader feature is enabled. The standard tax code is the VAT code most associated with your sales. If your sales are normally standard rated for VAT, click on the drop-down and select T1. If you're not VAT registered, select T9 instead. The default nominal code is the nominal code suggested by default if you generate a service invoice. To change this, click the drop-down and select the required nominal code. If you'd like to assign your customers to departments, from the drop-down, select the required department that most of your customers will be assigned to. Departments can be managed by selecting the Departments module from the navigation bar. If you're going to trade with customers internationally, default Incoterms can be applied to the customer record, confirming who is responsible for paying for shipment, insurance, and other activities. To assign default Incoterms, click the drop-down and select from the options provided. In the Discount section, the discount percentage is a discount to apply to the net value of all sales. If you will not be offering this type of discount, leave this set to 0. Alternatively, enter the percentage of discount you would like to apply. The type will be in variance of Sage 50 Accounts Professional only. You can choose from a range of discount types, including those based on the invoiced value or the quantity of items purchased. Price list will also appear in variants of Sage 50 Accounts Professional only. You can set up a list of prices specific to one customer or a group of customers. The default field contains the account status that will be assigned to each new customer record. It defaults to 0 open, but can be changed if required. For example, you can set a default status of 8 new to automatically apply to any new customer records created. After a certain time has passed, the status can be updated in the customer record if required. If you agree terms with your customers before you start trading with them, to automatically set the terms agreed flag for any new customer records, select this checkbox. Alternatively, to set the terms agreed flag on new customer records manually, leave this unchecked. Once you're happy with the defaults applied, click OK. You have now learned how to set defaults for any new customer records created in Sage 50 accounts.